Hi all, welcome back to more Europa Universalis. This is ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This is my part 51, and this is like take 3 of part 51. I've started recording it. This is my third attempt. I got 2 minutes in the first time, then 7 minutes in the second time, and I realised there was even more mess to fix. Right, but I needed to come back to it right now. To be honest, I really need to take a break. But while this is in my head, I need to come back to it now. We um yeah, when we've just rewound a bit and done this diplomacy action differently. We've done it as a military action for Denmark, right? The next thing to happen was this idea, and this wouldn't have happened because now Austria are under attack because Denmark's in their territory, so they are under attack by enemies or rebels. So the idea thing's going to go away. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to give back the cube to... Oh, God. Right, hang on. Yeah, it was the middle idea, so I'm going to take that away as well. They get 2 points for that. I'm going to take their 2 points back, so they're down to 28. I'm kind of hoping I'm doing all this right. And then they spent 3 bot per for this as well, Grant. Where am I putting this cube? Where did I take this cube? Well, it was a administrative idea, so does that not mean it was in there? They drew out the idea action, and they're getting 3 bot per back because that didn't happen. So they're going to do something else now. The good thing about this is it's going to keep them away from drawing the event. And I need I need Denmark to do the event first, so that we can get kind of back on track. Right, that should go away. I've taken our 2 points off. The idea action. In any focus other than economic. No, they didn't have any cubes up there. And we rolled a dice and it was a 1. And it was select focused out 1 to 2 administrative. Any available ideas? Yeah, there wasn't a cube up there. Sorry. Then they picked the idea that was available. They preferred the unresearched one. They scored the prestige. They tagged the thing. They end the turn. Right, that's not what they should have done. And also, I was going to put this back on top, but I can't do that. I'm going to have to shuffle this, right? Because, yeah, it's just, it's wrong. The last time we made a glitch like this as well, we did shuffle the bot deck. So let me give this a shuffle. Right, so that's me shuffle the bot deck back up as well. Okay, so... So getting back to what Austria should have done. Honestly, and then, but where do we go after this? Is it Denmark's turn after this, Grant? Think so. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. We fixed our mistake. Then Austria had done this idea, which they shouldn't have done. Then it's going to be Denmark, right? So because they are under attack by enemies and rebels, so they're going to go to defend and spend 1 bot power, right? So they spend 1. They go to defend. Any area with invaders, yes. Yeah. Hostile units in areas with bots towns, yes. Has 2 plus bot power left and armies in an area where it can siege provinces. No. I'm not quite sure why that comes about. I can't... What it's doing here is just... I don't know, there must be a reason for it. So that's a no anyway. Army is greater than 2 times the invading force. No. Has 2 plus bot power left and more manpower? Yes. So spend 2 to recruit 9 units. Right, so it's going to spend 2 more bot power. I don't really want that happening. And then it's going to recruit all these units. It won't get 9, but I'll get whatever's there. Okay. And then, is the army now greater than or equal to 2 times the invading force? No. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and they've got, well, it's actually not that far away, is it? 3, 6, 7, yeah, we need 14. But, so no. And then it's not got more bot power left that it can do it again and manpower. So no. Army is greater than or equal to any invader's force. Yes. It is greater than their force. So yes. So armies on the map, yes. So, and then invaders in an area where bots MAC is greater than or equal to right, sorry. Invaders in any area where bots MAC is greater than or equal to invading force. See now, is the bots MAC unlimited there? See, this is a tricky bit. Why have they separated this area with the women HRE? So that one province is inside the HRE and the other 3 are outside the HRE. Why did they do that? Does that not just make things awkward? Because while we're in the HRE, they're considered to have a trace right back without any issues. They don't need to have, yeah, there it's right there. Just look straight at it on page 6 of the sole rules. Treat all HRE areas as if connected to the Emperor's capital by land for MAC purposes when defending the HRE. So, well, you know what I'm going to say? See, even if they're in this area that's outside the HRE, they've got a town in the HRE that they can then trace back to. So I'm going to say their MAC is unlimited. Right, so invaders in any area where the bot's MAC is greater than or equal to invading force, yes. Place army in the area with the largest invading force that qualifies. Check for MAC. Well, we've decided the MAC's going to be unlimited, so they're going to come. They're just going to teleport right there. Check for MAC. MAC's going to be maxed. They're going to go to land battle and they're going to gain 1 if victorious, and then they're going to end the turn. So now we're sitting with a land battle. Yeah, I think this is kind of right. Well, so we're going to have a land battle between Austria and Denmark. Right, so I think they're each going to roll 5 dice here, aren't they? So land battle, any enemy is a player realm, yes. Bot is attacker, yes. Facing multiple player realms, no. Battle is a main defender's realm. That's irrelevant anyway. Yeah, we realise that that's when that main bit means the main defender, because you could have 2 defenders, I think. So yeah, so in actual fact, that's a yes, but it then takes you a human player may appoint a general, which is not any good. We're no human players here. Count for military ideas, e.g. noble knights, okay, accounted for. Human player may play battle actions, no. Humans roll is normal, bots roll 5 infantry dice unless they've got the military ideas, that would be 6, so it's just 5. We assign casualties, and then we'll just move from there. Any bot is remaining units, yes. The bots don't retreat anyway, do they? Is that right? Bots don't retreat? Am I right there? Come on, show me. Damn, I was hoping to find that just like that, but I can't. Come on. I'm sure bots don't retreat. You know what? I'm 99% sure they don't. I know NPRs can. hang on. Is it on page 16? Does it tell you? Enemy retreats or has no units left. Yeah, but I think bots don't retreat. Come on. Just show me it. Let's hear somewhere. Yeah, it's there. Bots never retreat. Okay. Land battles versus opponents. It's well, I mean, this is land battles versus. Yeah, it's versus opponents. Page 5. Finishes with bots never retreat. I knew it was there. Ah, damn. Right. So who's the attacker here? Austria. Austria moved in, didn't they? Right. So they're rolling, and remember, there's their amount of units. They're rolling 5 dice each, so they can get 5 hits each at the moment. And they're just going to fight to the bitter end. So here we go. So Austria on Denmark is going to hit 2. Right, so Denmark lose 2. Oops, careful with that. Oh, come on. I'm trying to be too quick. And right, so Denmark lost 2. And then Denmark roll back with 5. They get 2 hits as well. So I've took the 2 off Denmark. So there's a 2 off Austria. So we now go into round 2 of the battle. Like, let's just see. Enemy retreat or has no units left. No. So we go back up. Yeah, we just cycle through this. Okay. So now you can see that Denmark still have 5. So they're still going to hit with all 5 dice. But Austria's firing first here. So they've hit 3 of them, but remember there's still 5 considered to be there. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like Austria's going to win this. So Denmark firing back, still counting 5 just now. Rolled 3 as well. So another 1, 2, 3 for Austria taking hits. Yeah. They don't sit nice and tidy for my liking. Right, and then now we go into the next round. Austria are still rolling 5. Well, they're still rolling 5 dice. Austria are still hitting with all 5. But Denmark, when they roll, are only going to hit with 2. Eh? So, Austria first. They only need 2 hits. Oh, they only get 1. Right. So they only get 1 hit. So Denmark still have 1. However, they're rolling 5 dice but can hit on 2. And they only get 1. And not so good. Right, and then now there's the situation now. Austria are still firing with 5, Denmark with 1 only. So Austria just need 1 hit. Oh, only just get the 1 hit. Denmark fire back. Can only hit with 1. And they get a 5 result, but unfortunately they only had 1 unit at that time. So they only get to hit 1. So Austria are victorious, I believe. So let's go back to the flow chart. I might as well have a look there though. So this is about we're cycling through, you know. Have they got any enemy retreats or there's no units left? It was a no and you keep cycling through that. So now it's a yes. Resolving bot receives 1 bot power if it is their first battle victory this turn. Well, it was Austria with the resolving bot. And it was a victory for them this turn, so they gain 1 bot power. Okay? And then remove defeated armies from the board and then end the battle. So Denmark, his army is removed and goes back there. And Austria defended the attack on Jutland again. That ends the battle. And this came from the defend action, didn't it? I think it's just the end turn, isn't it? Go to battle, yeah. So that's going to end their turn. Hi all. Right, back to continue this part 51. I've been absent for a few days. Combination of my cough cold still here, and work, to be honest. I've got a little bit of time for work just now, and then I'll have another couple of days away, and then I'm back. I should be ready for the weekend. Kind of hoping that this cough at least has gone away, but it's really dragging me down this time. Really is. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to try and squeeze this in to try and fix all this mess that's happening. I've got quite a few more comments from Martin to talk about some other mistakes and things that have been going wrong. Hopefully I can squeeze this into this part. Now, I think you should be seeing this around about the 15-minute mark. I had done about 20 odd minutes of this video, and that was the third take of it. And then realised that it's just things catching up with knock-on effects and me not following the procedure right, trying to fix something and not quite doing it properly. So hopefully I can cut in here and fix what's happened. So I think the last thing you've seen was Austria defeating Denmark's army, putting them back, and now it should be Denmark's turn, which has started to blunder with that yet again. Now, why did you start to blunder with that again? Yeah, because it should now be the focus action, shouldn't it? Right, hopefully I've got this right. Well, can you not just skip Denmark's turn right now? Oh, honestly. I think what should happen now is this should be getting run by Denmark, because we step back. I've got it written down here as well. I took a note this time to sort of say what happened, and what should have happened was Denmark drew that diplomacy card and we started doing a diplomacy action. Now, I think I fixed all this bit. What they should have done was a war action, the military action. So I've got a note of that. So they done that, then Denmark moved into Jutland's territory. Austria's territory in Jutland. So then, as Brandenburg, I was the next player to go. I added the influence to fix the problem here, which Martin pointed out that I needed influence before I was able to take an alliance here. So again, that was rewinding things. I know it's a complete mess, but so then back to Austria, and then initially I had them just drawing a card, running an idea, and then I realised, well, wait, no, they're at war as well, and now they've got Denmark in their territory, so they are under attack, under attack by enemies or rebels. So I fixed that, and I get them to defend. They then go into there, they defend the area, they kick Denmark out of the area, and now we're back to Denmark again. And what I started doing was drawing a card for them, but I think we've skipped by this. This action got squeezed in somewhere. I'm going to have to double check that though, if that's right. Okay, yeah, so I was right. Now we've already done this. Ran this focus action in part 50, and that's when Denmark were sitting in there. To be honest, if they had been sitting in there, they shouldn't have been doing that. They should have been sieging the towns down. However, they weren't sitting there anyway, because Austria should have defended, as they did, knocked the army out. So it was after this card drawn. This was the next thing that Denmark done. So I don't see them doing anything different. They would have drawn that card. They would have run that. The unrest part of that doesn't apply. They do have one town in unrest here, but because it's only occupied, that doesn't work. So they then moved on to their action, which is focus expansion. We came across here, yeah, had one cube in there. It joined the other cube up in there. It paid the bot power for the card. It then takes them away. It then grabs that milestone over there. It gets 2 points, which I scored. Also gets 2 bot power, which I then give that back. Now remember, this little cube here that's sort of separate is the one that I've given them back, but it's the one that they rolled on the event for, which hopefully we'll get around to getting sorted. Yeah, I know, it's a shambles. So then that would have been Denmark's turn over there, right? Where's the bot power? Yeah, 15 Denmark. Denmark should now be running the focus action. Then it should be my turn. So I think it's my turn now. And I think we're sort of back to where we should be. And I think things are fixed now. Well, no, not quite, Grant. They're fixed, but Denmark still actually carried out the event, and it shouldn't. So I'm still hoping that they will be the first, but as you can see, they're at war, and they've got five bot power just now, so they're not going to move on to the event just yet. Fortunately, Austria have still got more bot power than they've got spent as well. Well, right enough, they're at war as well, so yeah, I kind of hope. It looks like Denmark are going to get down below 4 before Austria, but you never know, I suppose. So I kind of just push on and try and... Well, I wasn't really wanting to get into involved gameplay here. I get the feeling I wanted to just run a trade action though, which isn't maybe terrible. Because there is a few things I'd like to talk about at the end of this, but it would be nice to get to the Denmark's event. Right, let's see if I can do that then. So it's Brandenburg's turn. Yeah, but maybe before you start Brandenburg's turn, you should talk about these things then, Grant, because some of them are very important. Yeah, I think I would be better talking about Martin's comments, because there's at least 2 things that are being fixed. One I can actually I think I can make a fix there, although it's another one of the messy ones. Well, in actual fact, can you, Grant? It might be better leaving that one. We'll see. Right, go over Martin's comments, and I forgot to talk about his comment back in part 41, where he discusses going over the peace process. And I'm not going to read it out, but have a look at it, because it's something I'm going to go back and read myself when the peace process comes up. So it's in a comment on part 41, and he goes through a few things, he explains them quite well, I think. So, like I say, it's more likely something I'm going to look back on when I get to that point again. The next comment from part 46. At first he talks at 35-minute mark about rebel units moving and my confusion in reading the rules. You know, these were all able to actually siege in the area. Although, no, there was 2 provinces that could siege. So 2 of them could siege, was it? And I left one of the other ones, and then I wanted to move one of the other ones. And then eventually I asked on Discord, and it resolved the fact that, no, they all do the same thing at the one time. If there's unrest in that area, they'll all stay in that area and do the siege. So it was Martin sort of reading that as well. And again, reading it in a way that, obviously it's meant to be read, and it must just be me. He says, rebel units moving, if at the start of phase 3, if at the start of phase 3, step C, rebels find themselves in an area with no unrest, they may move. So this one couldn't move because he was in an area with unrest, and I suppose it's clear there, but it's just me that like looking into things and trying to create rules myself, I think. So I say, yeah, another rule that I had to run through the Discord. I guess I need to try and read things properly, like everyone else does. So it's obviously just a me thing with these things. So I do need to be a bit more careful with that, because just read the rule and that. Right, and the next one's a bit important. Something I missed from the very beginning of the game. Can't fix it now. So that's an asterisk that's going to stay throughout the game. I could have sworn that watching Bridger's videos that he was doing the same as me, but I went back to double check that, and he was not doing the same as what I've done. So anyway, it's regarding the loss of bot power. So Martin says at the 49-minute mark, he says, I can't see it explained clearly in the solo rules, but when the bot loses a bot power, shouldn't it be discarded instead of spent? Or is that relevant to gameplay? And I'm like, okay, this is a big one. So this is my reply. Okay, this is a big one as it turns out. It is relevant to gameplay as the amount of bot power spent affects the flowchart. I was sure you must be wrong about this, but then I did a search on BGG and came up with, and I've linked the thread. And then to highlight the thread, in case the thread doesn't work, sometimes YouTube stops these things. The thread, so this is from Roberto. He says, whenever the bot gains bot power, it is taken from the supply in their available bot power pool. Exception being when there is no more bot power in the supply, in which case you have to follow the indications in the solo rules. First from spent, then from areas in the map without a marriage or alliance with a priority in the furthest away from the capital, then from areas of their lowest tax base ally. Right, I mean, that is actually... I've read this. I had read this thread already. It carries on. That wasn't an important part. When they lose bot power, you take it from the available and put it in the supply. So if Austria lose a bot power now, I take it from there. I do not put it in there. It goes back to the supply. I've been playing that wrong all game. I've been losing bot power from there and putting it in there. Now, I have to highlight the fact that Martin says I can't see it explained clearly in the solo rules. I'm not going to look for clarity either because I don't think it's there. So, although I've missed that the whole game, I don't think it's very clear. Okay, the wording's different. When you spend the bot power, it seems quite clear. You go from there to there, you're spending it. Yeah. Hey, sorry, I got dragged away there for half an hour or so. So where was I? Yeah. When they lose bot power, you take it from the available to the supply, right? Okay, so... like I say, I don't think that's that clear in the rules. I think what I was just saying was the wording, spend a bot power, lose a bot power, they're different words. Whether they are mentioned in the rulebook and clear, the fact that Martin sort of said that he can't quite see it clear in the rules either suggests to me maybe not, and maybe other folk have got caught with that one, though it could just be me again. I did think, like I say, Bridger was maybe doing the same, but then when I checked back on his, no, he was deliberately removing the bot power from the supply, and he wasn't adding it to the spent, even though he was doing it with digital sort of stuff there, because he was using tabletop, something like that. Anyway, and then it carries on there. When they pay bot power, you take it from the available to the spent bot power pool, like we were just saying. He's using the word pay there, but I think spend is generally how it's maybe, but that's maybe, I'm just being picky there. So I replied, so indeed something else that I read wrong. Seems I need to be more careful. There's no way I can fix this one without restarting, but thanks for letting me in. Thanks for getting it to me before I blunder even further on with it. And then I added, also frustratingly, I read this thread already to confirm the question of, what if a bot loses one bot power but has no remaining and available, nothing or from spent to tray, and it's clarified there nothing happens. That's in the same thread, and that's where I'd read it, but obviously I hadn't taken note of that. So I clearly misread the rest. Not been the best day for mistakes, but keep them coming, I said to him. And unfortunately it does. And I mean unfortunately, not that I don't want you to point these out, Martin. Clearly do, you know that. But obviously I'm not one to be making them. So yeah, that's one that I can't fix, but I will follow these rules from now on. Hopefully. In fact, I think this bot power... because this is a Rebel Dice rule, this one, isn't it? So this is not going to move from there to there. It's going to get removed. But I'm leaving it there just now, in the hope that we still know where we are with that. Right, carrying on. Okay, another pretty big mistake, this as well. This is in the following part 47, is it? Oh, what have I done there? Is it 47? I think so. I'm really not seeing the video footage. Yeah, 47. It's there, Grant. It's there. 47. So at the 30-minute mark, Martin says... I have my phone plugged in, unfortunately, so the cable's dragging it a bit. He says, I'm pretty sure that claims are always placed in areas and never on specific provinces. So he carries on. I think Denmark should have targeted the strongest NPR in the area, Brunswick. So you can see that Brunswick is Hanover and Brunswick or something like that. these two, because we've got this is a single, this is Bremen's a single, Hamburg is a single, Magdeburg is a single, and this is Brunswick, and it's double. And I was confused. I was sort of saying, right, I need to make sure that the claim, because when we place a claim in an area, and I think I was doing that right at first, placing the bot's claims in the area. But then I must have went off on one and thought, right, well, this claim's got to... I must have read somewhere and understood it to be that the claim's got to target an actual realm. So I thought that happened from the start. But he carries on. This is from the rules. Page 6, solo rules. Good stuff, Martin. Page 6. So normally the claim... This is targeting chart. Placing claims on NPRs. Normally the claim is placed in the NPR's capital area, but for all owner of and realm in area results, so owner of province and realm in area results, the claim is placed in the named area or where the named province is. So our target was Bremen. Now, yeah, the target came out as Hamburg though. So, however, Hamburg, let's see, Denmark, military targeting chart, Hamburg is a realm. So, whenever it's... now, hold on to that then, Martin, hang on. When rolling a military targeting chart, if the target is an NPR, place a claim as soon as a valid target has been rolled. So, we rolled Hamburg, which is an actual realm name. I'm pretty sure that's what we rolled. He says, I'm pretty sure that claims are always placed in areas and never on specific provinces. Right, what's we done? Place a claim as soon as a valid target has been rolled. Normally the claim is placed in the NPR's capital area. Right, so we would put it in Hamburg. Hamburg is the capital. So it's in that area. It says, but for all owner of province and realm and area results, well, that was not the result we got. The result we got was a specific realm. Well, I'm saying that. I'm pretty sure that's what we got. Now, I think if I look back on his timestamp here, it's going to be me deciding it was Hamburg. But I mean, it was Hamburg because this was way back at the beginning of the game. And Denmark actually took Hamburg and then lost it again. And then the claim should have still been there, I think. So maybe that I have done that right though, Martin. I don't know. Because this wasn't an owner of province result, and it wasn't a realm and area result. So if it was them, it is placed in the named area or where the named province is. The fact the result was an actual realm here, then surely it should still target that realm. Because I think, I mean, I agreed he was right with this, but I'm just looking back on this now and wondering. So I think I'm going to leave things as is, Martin. Let you have a look at this again, and you could well still have this right, to be honest. I just don't want to read. I've not really got the time to read deeply into this. But what Martin's saying is the claim goes in the area, and then when you come to actually do the targeting to declare war in that area, because Brunswick has got a strength of 2, and all the rest have got a strength of 1, you would target that. But just reading that there, that target was specifically the realm of Hamburg. So come the time to declare war, surely it declares war on Hamburg. But then maybe not. Maybe what comes of this is you find the targeted realm. Now the targeted realm is Hamburg, but the claim still just goes in the area of Hamburg, and then come the time you declare war, you pick depending on the targeting how it's dealt with. Strongest and then alphabetically, in actual fact. So, I mean, if they were all ones, it would then maybe not be Hamburg, but that seems a bit strange. The fact that the target is coming up as Hamburg, why would it then change it? Okay, you know what? Going to leave that one. Let me know your thoughts on that, Martin. If you still feel that you're right at that one, please highlight it, and I'll obviously carrying on from now. I will play it that way. If you can convince me fully that is definitely. I understand that if I'd rolled the result Realm and. Well, that area is what, Lower Saxony? Realm and Lower Saxony. Or if it had been owner of something. Yeah, he must know that the result was, the target was Hamburg though, so... Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts, Martin. And if you are right, I'll carry on. If you can just confirm it for me that it's right, then I'll carry on doing it that way. But I won't change this one. I'll just leave that one because that's going to get messy. I was going to change it at first, but now I've just got a slight doubt still there. So let's just leave it for now and see how we go, because I should be able to release this part. I was kind of hoping to release this part tonight sometime. So hopefully you might get a chance to see over this and give me some more feedback on that situation. Next comment was from the following part 48, the 25-minute mark. He says, you can do battle against rebels in the Peace and Rebels phase. As far as I know, this is the only time that you don't get that military power for winning a battle. Perhaps it's the note on page 27 you were thinking of. Again, good to see a reference to Martin. That's good. I like that. So page 27, well, I looked this up already. I replied, yes, this must have been it. Thanks, cheers. Yeah, page 27. Right, I did go and read it when he said it. What am I looking for again? Yeah, the military power for winning the battle, yeah. Yeah, so, hang on, it's like proclaim a winner here. Bottom sentence is, if the active player is victorious in a battle, they earn 1 military power. This applies to battles that take place in the action phase only, and not to battles versus rebels in the Peace and Rebels phase. So that must have been what I've seen, and it might have also been talked about in some video footage I've seen, that they weren't gaining the military power. I thought it was just battles against rebels, but it's only when it's in the Peace and Rebels phase and there's a battle. So no harm done there, but that's good to know that there was something out there I'd noticed, but I don't think we've done any of that yet. Yeah, so quickly moving on. Part 49, comment here, again from Martin, at the 48-minute mark. He says, I was sure someone must have asked the same question, so I cheated and checked BGG. It should be Austria and Aquitaine. This is where I'm placing... Oh, this has done a move. This is where I'm placing the 2 diverse face markers that are getting placed due to the event that's sort of not being played at the moment yet. But, yeah. And it was placing 1 in Aquitaine. I was looking for another A. We had Aragon down here, which wasn't... an option because it was in a C with a wee dagger, and I eventually couldn't find another A, but I wasn't thinking at all about Austria. Well, that and the fact that it's kind of like cluttered up here. I mean, Austria is next in line alphabetically, so where did we place it? Was it Bavaria? Yeah, it was there, wasn't it? So that should have been Aquitaine and Austria, in actual fact. So that's going to mess with Austria a bit. So that's kind of good for us, really. So, yeah, and I say, Austria, I didn't think of that. But then the area is also very cluttered, which would have helped me see it. I will fix it in part 51, which is what we're now doing. Right, one more clip to look at. actual fact, there's no more comments after that. So, yeah. So, yeah, the two big ones, well, yeah. I get the feeling he's probably right about this. But just reading it there again, why would it come up with the actual name Hamburg and then go into that area and pick somewhere else? You know, I don't know. I'll leave it for now. We'll see what he comes back with. And I'll try and look into it more myself. I guess the best thing would be to chuck a question on the Discord, but I'm not really, I'm just a bit tied up for time at the moment. So, I think we're back on track, apart from that event sitting in sort of limbo there. So let's see if we can, now, do I have the time for this? Possibly. I don't really have a lot of time. Well, I had 15 minutes, this is about 40 odd minutes. No, I don't really. I'm going to start rushing and messing things about. If I hadn't got dragged away for that half an hour, I would have been able to. So, I think we're back to sort of normal, apart from the fact that Denmark have took the event. So when it comes to time, and here's hoping it's Denmark that's going to pick the first event. I'm obviously not going to pick an event because of that. Now, we've revealed the next event as well, which is, you know what, I don't know if I've even read it, but it's not really that important. I don't think it's interfering with things, yeah, and it'll be my turn. So it's Brandberg's turn. Then Austria, well, they're at war. They're probably just going to... I think they're going to draw a card, actually, aren't they? And I think then Denmark are going to draw a card. Because Austria is now not under attack, so it's not needing to go defend anymore. Its army in the back is on the map, but it can't siege in that area. Its spent bot power is greater than what's got left. So, and it's got bot cards left, so it's going to draw and play a bot card. Pretty sure Denmark are going to do the same, unless Austria obviously do something. And then we'll get to do something else again. Like I said, I think my next action might just be a trade action. I can't remember where I'm at with my thoughts, to be honest. Like I say, the last few days have been a bit of a blur. And I knew I had things to try and fix as well, and there was just the knock-on effects. And then, next again turn, I'm pretty sure Austria are still going to draw a card again because they're at war, and I'm guessing they're still going to have 4 bot power left. However, with a bit of luck, then Denmark might have spent... Well, it means they've got to spend 2 bot power. So I'm hoping they'll draw a card that spends 2 bot power and doesn't gain them any more back. Then we can take the event, and then we can start relaxing a bit, and things are going to be okie dokie. If it doesn't go that way and Austria gets to pick their event first, then we'll resolve that. Try and deal with it when it comes. Right, okay, this is probably going to end up a short part then. Well, going by most of my other videos, but that's fine, I think. Yeah, and I know it's all messy and probably puts a lot of people off and whatever, but it's just the way I need to do things, I'm afraid. Right, I'll be not back tonight or tomorrow, probably. I'll not get around. Then I'm off for the weekend. Still hoping that this cough might have died down a bit. It's another couple of days. Doesn't feel like it's going to, but well, you never know. I've had it for a good bit now, so fingers crossed it does. And then I should be able to relax and get some nice gameplay over the weekend, hopefully. Okay, so I'll be back then. Cheers.